Hi guys, welcome to the documentation of Easyref. I will show you the new version of Easyref with all the possibilities. So you will see that you will have different reference types. So cameras, you will be able to add as many camera and as many reference per camera as you want to work, for example, on all your objects, to work on only one part like that, or this one for the PO. Okay, so you will see this is really useful. You can also add some references, orthographic references, if you want to work on the side view, front view, etc. You can also add, let's see, detailed font here. So if I hide this one and show this one, I will have different reference per view. In fact, you can add as many as you want. Same for the cameras here. As you can see on the PO, I have three references. I can add, let's see, another reference. So let's add this one. Up, do this. You can move this reference where you want and exit. And now that's it. I have a new reference here. You can also, I will exit all of this. Up, add a reference view with all your references here and add different categories per reference. As you can see, I have every reference I have for this character, or I can add some categories, some collections per type. For example, for the PO, like that. You can edit absolutely everything, add as many collections as you want. You can edit the references here with the offset, move them to another collection, create new collection, etc. You can close this, and like that you have full access to all the possibilities with this add-on to all the reference type. You can add as many cameras with reference as you want. So let's dive in this add-on and let's show you how to install it and edit the preferences. So let's see how to install the add-on. Go to the Edit menu, choose Preferences. In the Preferences, go to the Add-ons tab. As you can see, I already activated the add-on. So you just have to click on this little arrow, click on Install from Disk, select the zip file. Click OK, and it will automatically activate it. After that, you can click on this little arrow and you will have access to the add-on preferences. You will see the documentation page here, the version of the add-on here. You will have different tabs: Info, Options, Documentations, with the S, and Links. Okay? So in the Info tab, the first part will be for the update. If in System you activated in Network the Allow Online Access, you will be able to see if there is update when you will launch Blender. You can also click on this little button, and as you can see at the bottom, there is no update available. If you didn't buy the add-on, you can, if you want, thank you for your support, buy it on Blender Market, Gumroad, ArtStation, or Flip Normal. Gumroad is always the best for developers. After that, you have access to the Discord support for customers, and you will have some information here. So, some text about the add-on. So this add-on allows you to add references to work on your project. You have three ways to add references: camera references, ortho views, to add ortho views, and to show the reference view and add as many references you want in it. Okay? After that, in the option, you can choose the panel category. That means when you will be in the 3D view, you can press N, you will have the tabs here, and you will see Easyref here. As you can see, panel category Easyref. You will have Easyref here, you can open and you can see the camera references, you can add a camera. The image references, you can add orthographic references or normal reference or perspective reference aligned to the view. You can also add a reference view. So for the camera, you will have some settings. When you will add a camera, you will be able to add as many references as you want. You will be able to move them with G, R to rotate them with R, and scale them with S, etc. So this reference modal speed will change the speed of the operation. If it's too fast, you can decrease it. If it's too low, you can increase it. So when you will move a reference, it will be correct as you want. Okay? Same for the focus mode. When you will press Q, you will be able to edit the focus mode and you will have the model speed here. For the empty references, when you will add a reference, an orthographic reference, you will be able to set the settings you want. For example, if you want some transparency, the size, the distance, okay? After that, for the reference view, you will be able to choose the color of the reference view and to choose the position when you will launch it. So as you can see right now, the position is at the left and 50%. So when I will come here, I will click on Add Reference, I will select the reference. After that, my reference view will pop up. That means that will split my area, add my reference view to the left with 50%. So that will split at 50%. You can choose the direction, the position, so left, right, top or bottom, and choose the size. So like that, you have exactly what you want. After that, you will have the documentation. So this is the documentation page, and this is a link for this video. You will have information for the cameras, as you can see here, for the empties, and for the reference view. And the last one will be the links. Let's close this one. Let's see the camera references. Click on Add Camera Reference, like that. Go to the folder with your reference and select some references. Click on Create Image Reference. Okay. At this point, you will have the references at the center of the view. To the left, all the keys you need to edit them. So G, X to flip, like that. W to change the opacity. R to rotate. I can press Alt R. And S to scale. Okay, so I can place this one here, right arrow to switch between different references, and you can do this. Okay, as you can see, bam, I can edit all my references. I have everything I need here. So check the keys here and you will be able to edit the reference here. So you will have the basic settings with the move, rotate, scale, adjust the opacity, the edit focal, I will show you this later, the flip X and Y, the switch image with left and right arrows, and the L to lock the camera. So the lock the camera is interesting, so you need to take this into account. As you can see, if I move my object, you have a rectangle here. So this is the camera, okay? So if I press L, I will lock it, and I will be able to zoom like that on your object. So this is really useful when you want to, let's see, I will press L, place your object, fit a camera with it, you will press L, that will lock it. So as you can see here, you will have the lock, okay? So you can, if you want, lock it, zoom on it, unlock it, and after edit your references like that. So I will edit my references, let's scale it a little bit, like that, select this one, like that, up, and the last one, let's move it here. I can flip it, and I will press space to validate, okay? So just like that, you created your first camera, and I will show you on the other part. So let's create a new camera. This one will be for the head, okay? I want to fit this reference, like that. So I will flip it up, like that. I will press S. I will move it like that here, okay? So I can press W to change the opacity. I will take, let's select this object, and I will come and try up to fit my object here. So I will do something like that. What I can do is to place my cursor with Shift RMB on the nose here and press Q. And as you can see, with Q, I will change the camera lens to fit my reference. So just like that, I can try to fit exactly as I want my reference to have something nice. Okay? So obviously this is not the same dog, but you can see why I made this tool. So Q, like that. Once I'm okay, I can press space and I can lock this camera. So like that, I cannot rotate anymore. I just can exit it. So click here to go inside it. So this is useful when you split, for example, the view. You come here, you zoom on it if you want. But you need to take into account that when you will zoom on it, when you will come to the other reference, as you can see, that will change. So you can select this ref, just move it again. Also, this is a possibility. Unlock, and now you can do this. Okay? So take this into account. Like that. You can go from one to the other one like that. And if you press Shift, you will be able to rename it. So let's name it whole heads, like that. Press OK. And this one, let's name it head. So like that, I know which one is. So I can go to my head and come here. So let's join the area. I will have this. I can lock this one just to edit, let's see, all of this here, unlock, and now, as you can see, I have something nice. Okay? So, after that, let's go to the head. You will have this little icon. This is to edit on the fly the camera lens. Okay? You click, you move, you click. That will exit it. After that, you will have the settings for the camera itself. For example, the focal, the sensor, the shift, etc. The image itself, you can play with the opacity here. You can hide it if you want. You can also hide it here if you have only one image or several. If I come here, I can hide it, as you can see. Let's go to this one. And here you will have some settings. For example, the offset, the rotation, the size, if you want to flip it or not, etc. Okay? So as you can see, this is nice. Let's go on this one. You will have the edit references. That means you can come here and edit your references on the fly, like that. Okay? You can add a new reference. So click on the little plus, choose another reference. So let's add this one. Click on create image reference. Let's flip it. Let's move it. Let's scale it like that. And validate. And that's it. In this camera, I have now 4 references. And I can concentrate on my object to fit my references. So like we saw previously, you can hide everything. You can delete all the references here, and here delete the camera and the references. Here that will delete all the cameras and all the references. Okay? Because if we check, just to show you, I will select one of my camera. So I have my collection reference, my camera references. I will select this one. And on the camera part, as you can see, you will have background image and you will have all the image you have in this camera. So on this one, I will have 4 images. Okay? So you can still select the camera and edit the settings here if necessary. But I made everything available directly inside the add-on here. So just to show you, I will add a last camera. I will go on the reference and I want to add some details for the foot, for the paw, my bad. And that's it. So I will come here, I will select this one, I will flip it vertically, I will scale it like that, up, select the last one, let's scale it, up, let's make it, and bam! So this new, I will name it paw, up, and press OK. So just like that, I have different cameras for the head itself, and for the paw. So I can come here, like that. So I will do this just to show you. If I go for the head, if I go for the heads here. Okay? Let's go back to the paw, and I can concentrate on this part. Okay? So as you can see, this is really useful. You can edit absolutely everything. You have access to all you need to make your character. Let's see the image references. So the first button will just add a basic empty ref. So let's select, why not this one? And as you can see, I have a reference here. If I select it, I will have the reference here. I will be able to flip it. I will be able to show the settings. So this is a basic reference for this one, okay? If you want to rename it, go to the outliner. But it's still in the reference here, okay? So I can get rid of it, like that, okay. Now what I want to do is to add some references to make my dog. So I will click on write, I will go back to my folder, I will select this ref, like that. As you can see, it automatically created a reference to the right here, and if I click here, I will be directly in the right view, okay? So I can edit it here. I can edit the size, I can edit the offset. So for example, something that is nice to do is to first edit the offset X and Y, and after edit the size. So let's enter something like that, and let's increase it a little bit, edit the offset in X, and as you can see, this is not so bad. Since I already placed the offset here, I didn't have to select my empty, I just can edit everything here. My empty is there, I can move it, let's see, to minus 500, like that. So I will have it. If I don't want to see it in the 3D view, I can just do this, and that's it, okay? You can go directly to the view by clicking on it. You can shift click to rename it if you want. You can hide it. You can lock it like that. You will not be able to move it or to select it, as you can see here, like that. You can flip it and you can remove it. So let's add one for the front. So let's select which one? This one, like that. Up, let's go to the front view. Up, I need to come here. Up, okay. So on the front one, I can edit the offset in Y, like that. I can edit now the scale, the offset in X. I can press Shift to slow down the value, like that. So this is not perfect, but as you can see, it will help a little bit. You can play with the opacity, like that, okay? So this is just to show you. I don't have correct references for this object. So if I click on the right, I will go to the right. If I click on the front, I will go to the front. That means if I click on the front here, I will come here. So let's change the the transform. So let's do this. Not this, but this. And let's disable it in the perspective view. So now, if I go to the front, if I go to the right, I have exactly what I want, okay? So this is nice. You can add as many references as you want. And as you can see here, you have all references. That means you can hide all references and you can edit these settings of all the references at the same time. And you can obviously remove all the references or remove reference per reference. And the last one is to add a basic reference aligned to the view. So let's do this. Let's add something like that. It will add a reference aligned to the view, okay? So I can remove this one, it's not really necessary for now. So like we saw, we have image references, front, right, here. You can obviously edit the settings from those references, but it's better to use them directly inside the add-on. Okay, and once you have a reference, for example the right, just to show you, I have it here. If I select it, or maybe let's add a basic reference. So let's add something like this one. Up, press add image reference. Okay, as you can see, the reference is there. I can move it to the front like that, and let's go to the front view. I will deselect it to hide the front, the other front. No, it was not this one. It was this one. I will change the name of this one. So on this one, I can change the size. I can change the offset. If I want to focus on the head, just like that, as you can see. Up. Let's change the offset. Or maybe, no, I will put the offset to minus 0.5 to keep it, I will just change the place here. So like that, I will be able, when I scale it, to have this, okay? So as you can see, this is also a possibility. You can fit your reference as you want, just like that. So like that, we will have, I can name it detail front, press OK, and I still have my front here if necessary, and I can hide the one I don't want to use. Okay. So on this one, I can change the distance, I can remove the perspective, etc., etc. Same for the right. Let's remove the perspective. And that's it. I have all I need to make my character. If I add some view for the back, etc., etc. So you can add as many references as you want for this part. Let's see the reference view. So on this one, the first time you will launch it, you will click on Add References. You will have exactly this. The add-on will create a collection with a prefix rv underscore and add all the references in it, okay? If you don't add a new name or a new collection like that, it will create one with rv. So I want to create one with Doberman, and I will click on OK. At this point, I will select all my references, and I will click on Add Reference View. That will add my reference view here, as you can see. I will have my collection here, RV Doberman, and I will have my collection here, okay? If you want, you can keep it like that, and you can add a new reference. You can, for example, create a new reference or add to an existing collection. So as you can see, I can add new reference to this collection here. But this time I will add a new collection. I will name it PO. I will click on OK, and I will select my references. So I will select this. Let's see, this, and this one. Okay, I will add new reference. I will just have to move it, and as you can see, it created two reference collection. So I will have my Doberman, and I will have my PO here. Okay. So if you deselect everything, you will have this. So take into account that this is a 3D view. So if you rotate the view, you will lose everything, but don't worry. Just click on center view. It will center the view directly here. Okay. So as you can see, you can add new reference into new collection or existing collection. It's up to you. You can center the view. After that, you will have all the references. You can select them like that. You can zoom on all the references. In fact, that will center the reference view to the selection. You can hide everything. You can remove everything. You can select the Doberman reference collection or the PO reference collection. You can also zoom on the Doberman or zoom on the PO directly like that. Okay? One thing you can do also is, if, let's see, I will select the head, those ones, up, like that. You can add the selection to a new collection. So I will do this. I will name it head. I will click on OK, and I will have RV head. So I will grid my selection. I will have my head here. This one I can get rid of it since no, I will keep it. Okay, I will keep it. So we have the Doberman collection, we have the head collection, and we have the PO collection. Okay, so let's zoom on everything. We saw that we can, for example, keep everything for the Doberman. For example, if I want to take those ones to the Doberman, I can click on Move to Collection. I will choose Doberman, and I will click OK. So now, if I select all my Doberman and I grid select them, I will have this. Okay? So as you can see, you can do whatever you want. Let's add a new collection. I will name it PO. No, not PO, but head. No, I will do this. I will deselect, choose RV head, and click on OK. So this time I will select all the head photo. this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I will click on add new reference, and I will have this. Okay, so you can also add one for the body, it's up to you. So like that, I can click to directly go to the one I want, I can hide the one I don't want to use, etc. You have full control about everything directly like that. So when you select a reference, you can flip it if necessary, as you can see, and you can play with the offset. Up, minus 0.5, that will give me this result. Normally this one should be minus 0.5 too. I will fix that. And that's it. You can close the reference view, and you can show the reference view once again. So in the add-on preferences, we saw that in the reference view, you can change the color. Let's see, I will change it to something more like that. And you can change the position of the reference view. So if I do this, bam, now I will have that result. Okay? I can come here, and come here, and zoom, etc. And the interesting part is that in the camera, you can come on this camera, and you will have your camera. Yopla, I selected the wrong object. Up. Have the views, the reference of your camera. Obviously, in this case, I will need to edit them. But you can have some references to work on your object, and you can have other references, if necessary, to come and switch between the different references, if necessary. So as I want to edit this part, boom, I can add this. So if this one, I will flip horizontally, that will be better for me. Okay? Up. And that's it. So let's close the review. Let's go back, let's choose the left, and you can also change the size, so let's increase the size just to show you. Let's hide this one, and if I do this, I will have this. So let's close it, let's enter to 50%, up, and if I do this, I will have that. After that, I can do this, and edit my object. So on this one, I can lock this, just like that, up, lock it, if necessary, I can also lock it like that, to have this, unlock, up, I'm in the correct one, and now I can edit my object. Okay, so you have full control about everything, about all the references, and you can like that work on your object pretty easily. Let's do this, up, like that. I will obviously have to lock this once again, up, and that's it. Okay. So it's up to you to do whatever you want, you have full control, and this is nice. So that's it for the documentation of Easyref. As you can see, you have different type of references. You have the camera references, you have the orthographic references. Oopla, no, I don't want to do this. I want to go here or here, like that. You have the reference for the reference view. You can see and edit all your references, add them to different collections if you want. And like that, you have full control. So don't hesitate to give me some feedback. I always like to have some feedback. And as you can see, this new version of Easyref is really, really, really nice. So see you later.